Hello, animal communicators, and welcome to part 2 of this mini trust training series. Last week, I explored the impact of self-doubt, lack of belief, and distrust in our ability to connect and communicate with animals. So if you haven't already seen part 1, I would recommend that you have a look at that either right now if you're watching this on recording, but if you're with me live, stay with me live and you can catch part 1 later. We looked last week at the impact that has on our self-confidence and how it can knock our confidence and erode our confidence. And I shared lots of strategies with you around how you can really start to clear out those old stories that are holding you back as an animal communicator and start to bring in much more supportive inner dialogue that will really support you in moving forward with your animal communication work. But this week, I want for us to look at the other side of that impact of our lack of belief, our lack of trust, and our kind of disbelief in what we're doing as animal communicators. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Jane LeBlanc. I'm a professional animal communicator and trainer of just shy of 20 years. So I bring to you 20 years of my personal experience and my mistakes as an animal communicator so that you can learn from them and hopefully avoid them. And I also bring to you the experience of hundreds of students that I've supported in becoming extraordinary animal communicators. So the purpose of me showing up here every week with these power trainings is to really help elevate your work from ordinary animal communication to extraordinary animal communication. So it's my absolute pleasure to be with you here, either on Facebook, in my Facebook practice group, or on YouTube. So wherever you're watching from, you are always welcome here. And if you would like to follow me on YouTube or want to come into my Facebook practice group, I'll have the details of both in the post. So let's get stuck in. Part 2 of this trust training series is about exploring the impact that our distrust has on the animal. So last week we explored how it impacts for us, but this week I really want for us to get nice and clear about how that kind of knock-on really, that knock-on effect can impact the animals. Because here's the thing. You've come into animal communication because you love animals. You want to be an animal communicator so that you can make your biggest and best difference for the animals. You have not come here to cause harm. You have not come here to impact the animals in any detrimental way whatsoever. That's not why you're here, bravely showing up, listening to these trainings, doing your practice. You don't want to be doing anything that is less than of full service to the animals. I know that. You know that. So would it surprise you if I were to tell you your position of not trusting what you get from the animals actually harms the animals? I'm going to say that again because it's really important. Would it surprise you to know that when you're continually distrusting what the animals give you, you're not distrusting yourself? You think you are. You think you are because the stories you're running are, oh, no, that can't be right. I haven't got that. No, I haven't got that right. I'm not going to record that. I'm not going to share that. Or no, I don't think I'm getting anything here. I don't think I'm connected. Or you might just be in that place of, I'm rubbish. I don't know why I ever thought I could do this. So whatever narrative it is that you have running, when you're in that place where you're no longer trusting what's coming through to you, then you're not actually distrusting yourself anymore. You think you are, but you're actually distrusting the animal. And you are no longer trusting that the animals will show up for you. You are no longer trusting that the animals will share with you what they want and need to share with you. You are no longer trusting that the animals have your back. You are no longer trusting that you are capable of doing this work. And so at some level, you're switching off energetically to the animal. And if we look at it from a different perspective, and I want to be really clear here, my experience, 20 years of my own personal experience and the experience of students is that the animals are here to guide us, to help us, to be our best teachers. So I believe they do show up for us all the time. I really do believe that. That said, if you could imagine that you have a scenario, say at work, where something's not great and it really needs to go up that managerial line of command, and your supervisor or manager says to you, like, notice things aren't all that great. Can you share with me what's been going on this past couple of weeks for you? And then that door is open for you to share how you feel and what you think should be different. And then you share it, but your manager doesn't take it anywhere, or your supervisor doesn't take it anywhere. And you can feel that, like, what was the point of asking me? And can you imagine that happens again? And similar response. And whether the manager's either not seen the bigger picture, or isn't trusting that they've got all the pieces, or doesn't feel confident in their own ability to take it up to their next level in the chain of command, what happens is that you're left like, what? I was given a voice here, and then it's taken away. Like, what's the point? So I don't think it is unreasonable for our animal companions to be in that same place. Like, what's the point? What's the point of me talking to this person? Because it's not going anywhere. They're not believing that they're hearing me. I'm just going to switch off. Can you see how that would happen too? So I invite you to think about this concept of not trusting yourself, not believing in your ability, your doubt in your capability. I want you to look at this from a more external viewpoint. So last week we looked at the internal viewpoint, like what's really going on here. Now we're moving up a complete other layer, and we're looking at it from the animal's perspective, because really what's happening here is you have, in your distrust of yourself, you've stopped trusting the animals. And I know that's not why you're here. I know that you would trust the animals before you trust yourself. That's why you're here. It's why you show up to do this work. So I invite you to be thinking about that, and to be, again, similar to last week, you can create some really powerful affirmations. And it could quite simply be, even though I don't trust myself as an animal communicator right now, I'm choosing to trust the animals. I'm choosing to trust that the animals will show up for me. I'm choosing to trust that the animals can hear me. I'm choosing to trust that the animals are there waiting for me. Do you see how much more powerful that is? So I invite you to think about what words you can be saying to yourself to help you rebuild your trust of the animals, and to recognize. Remember, the first step to any change is awareness. So this power training is really around the awareness of that distrust. And the real awareness is, I'm distrusting the animals here. We want to change that. So I invite you to be thinking about what language you could be saying to yourself, what your narrative is around that, and how you can start to move out of distrusting yourself and therefore distrusting the animals, and move into opening up that channel of communication and full trust in the animals to be there. In my experience, they're always willing to speak. They're always willing to talk to you. And in those rare situations where they're not, there's always a reason. And good quality, skilled training will help you circumvent that reason. So keep trusting that the animals are there for you. Keep trusting that they will show up for you. Keep trusting that you are hearing them. You just need to keep practicing, and it gets easier and easier and easier. So until next time, happy communicating.